Greetings. Is it true that twin flames are meant to be together? And if that is true, how can I tell? What do I do about it? Good questions. Well, what I would say to you is actually, you already are together. And going beyond the state of consciousness that keeps you in separation is how to achieve that. Achieve in quotation marks. I'll explain. Can you bring this person back into your life permanently? Absolutely. Will you? That's up to you. And I'm talking about not just you who is watching, but the higher you, the higher self. You see, this journey is not really about romance. It starts out that way, and it's really intense, isn't it? In the beginning stages, the little bubble phase at the beginning. But once your twin flame pulls away and you go into this, what people call separation, it sends you into a tailspin. It sends you into emergency mode, and you're miserable. And another thing, the obsessive thinking, which is weird, so off the wall, the intensity of the thinking and the quantity of the thinking, your mind is going a billion, trillion, quadrillion miles an hour. You can't function because the thinking and the misery is so intense. Sound familiar? Meanwhile, you're looking on the internet and everybody's blowing up about how awesome it is and amazing, and they feel like home and it's all going to be great. And you're sitting there going, yeah, no, that's not how I feel. Now, I'm here to let you know, as a prominent bearer of the twin flame message, that this is the best thing that's ever happened to you. So when you go through this separation and the dark night of the soul, ego death, the misery, the desperation, the sleepless nights, the bawling and crying, the weird energetic shifts start to happen. Many of you, almost all of you, will experience Kundalini activations, heart activations. And I know that's one of these kind of weird, new agey sounding kind of things, but it is true. That is a thing. And by the way, that's not even necessarily a twin flame thing. It's not at all. This is your spiritual awakening. That's why the separation happens, so that you are forced to look within. Not only to look within, but to remember that you are that which does the looking. You are the soul. You are the consciousness. And you blossom into this beautiful spiritual awakening. And I know it sounds kind of crazy to some of you watching right now because you're miserable, you're desperate, and you don't know what to do. I was there, but I'm here to let you know it does get better, and not just better, but incredible. This connection is not about romance. This is for you to realize that it's not a connection. See, when you have a connection with somebody, there's them and there's you, and you are connected. That makes a we. There's me and there's the other. We are separate. There are two of us, and that makes a we, and we're separate. There's a me and there's a them. Notice I keep using the word separate. Like separation? Right. What's really going on is your twin flame is your soul. You're not separate. You literally are union. You just kind of forgot. Side note, notice how everybody on the internet has got a different prescription about what to do about your twin flame. Healing, clearing your karma, clearing your chakras, balancing your inner feminine and masculine, waiting for divine masculine to wake up, etc., etc. Everybody's got a different answer. Everybody's got a different prescription. But the one thing everybody says, and I mean everybody, about twin flames is the description. That it's one soul in two bodies, or it's like the soul splits, or you're the same soul energy, or something along those lines, right? And that is absolutely true. And side note, if everybody agrees on what twin flames are, what's the problem? And this maybe explains how I ended up here as the world's leading twin flame coach. I've coached more twin flames than anybody by far, over 6,000. How did I do it? Not by reinventing the wheel. Remember, you are body, mind, soul, right? The mind has always been called separation consciousness. Separation? The soul has always been called unity consciousness. Union? Why do we use those words? And by the way, I made a video about just that very topic. And I would invite you to go watch my free Twin Flame Coaching playlist on this channel, absolutely free. See what I'm all about. You're going to get a pretty different message about twin flames. The name of the playlist is called The True Twin Flame Teachings. Just go find that playlist on my YouTube channel. And there's a video in there called Twin Flames, Separation Consciousness, Unity Consciousness, and Detaching. Nobody ever stops to think about why everybody in the twin flame community is using those words. Why do we use those words? And where did they come from? Yeah, I'll explain everything in that video. And you're going to have the biggest aha moment of your life. Those words are right out of the Zen spiritualism playbook, my friends. Your twin flame is your soul. The soul incarnates, reincarnates. You know, like past lives, reincarnation, right? It does that. Everybody knows that. Yeah, you just have two. There's two of you in the same time period existing. And your higher self, which is a real thing, there is a soul in the energy part of the universe which transcends separation and time. The whole notion of me and them, separation, that's the mind. But the soul, which on the heavenly plane, the energy part of the universe, the quantum field, it is not separation consciousness. It is not the mind. It is pure consciousness. So remember, body, mind, soul, right? These are pretty standard spiritual teachings, pretty back to basics stuff. That's why my coaching is so effective. And that's why your life is about to change. Because you're starting to remember who you really are. You're going to feel this pull towards Hermetic philosophy, transcendentalism, and remembering that you are a creator. And you're going to be way more focused on that. And when you do, that's when your twin flame comes back. That's when they stop rejecting you. That's when they chase you for a change. Wouldn't that be nice? So are twin flames meant to be together? That's a concept of the mind. Because the mind is telling you that there is a we. And that at some point in the future, another mental concept, future, we will be together. We are not now, but we will be. We. Right. The mind is only able to perceive separation. That's what the mind is. And it's not defective because it's doing that. That's what it's for. It serves a purpose. And it works on a system of duality, you know, like yin and yang, right? Plus minus, me, you, past, future, right? Duality, yin and yang, separation consciousness. It's not a bad thing, but it's not who you really are. You are not this personality. You are not this thinker. You are not emotion. You are not a concept. You are not the history, the story of your life. You are beyond that. You are being, existing, and that's all. You are formless. That's the soul. That's your twin flame. That is unity consciousness. So you already are together, in quotation marks, with your twin flame. You are them. You just have to remember that. That's what this journey is all about. This is a remembrance of who you really are at your very core. The soul, consciousness, timeless, formless essence beyond the body, beyond the mind. All the questions and thoughts racing through your mind, they're not bad, but it is not you who asks the questions. It is the ego mind, the id, the identity entity. You are beyond that. That is your twin flame. I hope I've given you something a little bit different today. Thank you very much for watching.